Yo, what's going on, y'all? This your man Marcus A. Brown once again, and check it out. Alright, so look, if you haven't already, I'm gonna ask that you please take a moment to listen to the video that I posted along with this one. It's an excerpt from one of my favorite audiobooks. It's called A Guide to the Good Life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy by William B. Irvin, or Irvine. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. But anyway, originally I wanted to use that audio clip as an intro to this video. I got so caught up in listening to the chapter myself, because that's one of my favorite parts of the book, I didn't want to edit it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many gems in a book like that you really just can't shave it down into a few minutes and present it with the same level of integrity. But I just did what I did for the sake of this video. So again, if you enjoyed it, I would highly recommend that y'all just support the author and go ahead and buy the book so you can get the full scope of the philosophy from both the author and the Stoics that he quoted. And you ain't got to deal with having a beat in the background or me shaving it down to an abridged version and all of that. And that's what's up. So moving on into this topic that I want to discuss today. One of the things that I want people listening to this to be aware of is that for the most part, everybody loves you or everybody's comfortable with you until you quote unquote get political. And I put that in quotations because what I mean by that is this. You could be relatively safe, not 100% safe, but relatively safe if you go through life just keeping your nose clean, keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and just don't rock the boat, when it comes to expressing your political, your religious views or social views or whatever. You could be somewhat decent and stay out of trouble if that's your approach. Now, that doesn't mean people are gonna automatically like you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people are indifferent. We all living in our own world, so a lot of people don't really give a shit about you. But if you're relatively neutral or you don't have opinions or you don't have a position on anything, then, you have less of a chance of people actually hating you unless they subscribe to an ideology that requires them to do so. So in other words, people won't hate you, alright? They won't be madly in love with you either. They just won't give a shit. You will fly under their radar, you know what I'm saying? This is why so many people say in a professional setting, you don't talk politics, you don't talk religion. Because while we all may come together for certain occasions or under certain circumstances, the reality is we don't all think the same. We don't all hold the same values. We don't all have the same beliefs. And you'll find that out real quick when you and another person or people can't get something done together, or you can't coexist because of some dumbass difference of opinion or difference of political views or whatever the case may be. Now, I've done both before, and I'm sure many of us have. I've played the safe role where I just really don't go there with people and try to avoid conflict. And I've played the other role where if I have a strong opinion on something, I state my position and I stand on it, and whatever happens, happens. Now, I want to share this about myself, and I don't have a problem sharing it because I want people listening to this to know not only where I'm at right now, but where I was. Because I know people, and I'm watching it right now. I'm watching people do what I used to do, and it's going nowhere fast. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe that's really who they are, but I'm just saying I've been there before, trying to go along to get along, trying to please everybody, trying to not rock the boat, and it doesn't work. Like I said, it'll keep you out of trouble, but it won't get you respect, it won't get you recognition. It won't help you define who you really are or even find out who you really are if you're still trying to figure it out, So I'm not saying we should all be these radical extremists with our positions, our views or whatever. But what I am saying is at some point, you got to let people know who you are. You got to let people know where you stand with certain shit. Otherwise, it's like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Are you anybody? Are you anything, really? And oftentimes what ends up happening is these radicals, these people who really do have positions and have ideologies that they want to spread, they see you as just an inanimate object that they can use as a cog in their machine. And it's like that old saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Alright, so let me tell y'all, I used to be this real timid ass, shoeshine boy ass type of, go along to get along person. And really deep inside, I'm still that type of person. I don't want to beef with people. I don't want to be bumping heads with motherfuckers all day, every day. But yeah, I used to really just go along to get along. I was afraid of conflict. I was afraid of people disagreeing with me or not meeting their approval. I used to always try to meet people's approval because shit, I don't know where the fuck that came from. I don't know if that's like a childhood thing. I don't think I had a bad childhood. I don't know where that came from. Maybe just me trying to make friends. Matter of fact, I remember, now I'm going way back, I remember offering toys to other kids just because I wanted to be friends. I didn't think I was cool. I didn't think they would like me unless I had something to offer them. Now, I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe y'all can play psychiatrist and be like, nigga, this is what was wrong with you. I don't know. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But for real, that used to be me. But I always knew on some level, even if I wasn't able to articulate it, I always knew that the more I tried to overextend myself to people who wasn't willing to reciprocate, the more I would resent it, and the more, to an extent, they would resent me. Does that make sense? And going back to what I said in the beginning, for the most part, it kept me out of trouble, especially growing up. It kept me safe, kept me cool with a lot of people. At least it gave the illusion of me being cool with certain people. But carrying that type of approach, carrying that type of behavior from childhood into adulthood, it ain't gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? This is about respect as an adult. And for any of the younger people that may be listening, I just want to say, growing up, you're gonna experience some level of peer pressure. You're gonna have different experiences in your social life that's gonna leave an impression on how you interact with other people. And if you're anything like I was growing up, just trying to avoid conflict at all costs, trust me when I tell you, man, like whichever route you take, it's gonna be some type of price to pay. Either you can go along to get along all of the time, sacrificing who you really know yourself to be just for the sake of other people's happiness, or you can keep it real with yourself and keep it real with everybody else for that matter, and you just gotta pay the price of having opposition. You gotta deal with that backlash. You're gonna have to deal with people shaming you. You feel me? You're gonna have to deal with people attacking you. You're gonna have to deal with people disagreeing with you. And in my opinion, the best thing you can hope for in that situation is an honest opponent. The best thing you can ask for is for somebody to reveal themselves for who they are if they disagree with you. And in reality, not even that much is 100% possible, because you're gonna always have some snakes. You're gonna always have some bandwagoners who side with you when you winning and they kick you when you down. And that's just life. But me, having taken both approaches before, at this point in my life, I would choose the latter. I'd rather just be me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just stay true to myself first and let the people who really rock with me. And everybody else I'm not concerned with. And even if at some point you feel like an island unto yourself, I'm telling you, that self-fulfillment, that inner peace and clarity that comes with self-actualization and knowing and accepting who you are, that's gonna be more rewarding than any product, any social group, anything the world has to sell you. It's gonna be more beneficial to you in the long run when it comes to your sanity, when it comes to your sense of well-being, and even the circle of people you keep around you. So I think that's all I got to say right now. If anything else, I'll just holler at y'all in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll chop it over with y'all later. Peace.